や、セカンド。
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another live reaction of Gintama. So from now on it will be on Wednesday, guys, because Sunday last week I end up uploading 6 videos, which is kind of too much in a one day. So yeah, from now on Gintama will be moving on to Wednesday. The schedule is up in the community tab, just so you guys know. All right, so chapter 601, we were talking about beginning of the ending, which begins by the end of it, if that makes sense. So right now we have Utsuro, well, Naraku, the crows, they are making moves, discrimination against Kagura. You know, even though she was fine before, especially after this pirates invasion, now there's discrimination. And obviously Catherine, Tama was with them. I'm pretty sure they weren't discriminating against Tama, but yeah, end of the day, she's not human, so I guess they might do, who knows. So this is chapter 602. Just for the new viewers, I have already watched the first part of Silver Soul, people. This is just a recap, but in a manga version, which is a new experience for me. And the people who've been following me to see where my catch up is when it's come to Gintama, I have caught up to the battle, you know, Kagura arc, battle in Ryukyu planet. So I'm completed that. I'm gonna watch Silver Soul arc after I read all the chapters, but then yeah, we're just gonna catch up to the first part of Silver Soul. Okay, I think I talked a lot of unnecessary information. Let's get into the chapter. The Gunsmoke Prince, Inso, in a war long ago. Okay, the name Inso means circle and soar, circle and soar, but it's also the same reading as Gunsmoke shonen with the syllables reversed. As you can see, my English is not that great. Okay, even you, a man set to love the gun smoke of the battlefield more than gorgeous throne, must yearning for his hometown right now. I heard your wife back on your planet. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Is to give birth soon. If you have time to hang around places like this, firing particle cannon at neighboring nations like usual, then why don't you go be by your side? Okay, yeah, I'm starting to remember this. Anyway, father's battlefield isn't in front of an enemy, general. It's by the mother's side, wouldn't you say? Or is that the seasoned war veteran is perhaps afraid of becoming someone's father? Shijaku, that's the father of your milquetoast planet. In the great military nation of Burei, any man boorish enough to return from battlefield empty-handed is not to be a father. My wife would boot my ass back to the battlefield. She is fighting as well. Okay, the planet Burai is made up of kanji for the military arts and peakage. Oh wow, okay. These are pretty interesting when it's come to learning about these kind of like similarities, where those words coming from. That's actually nice. Anyway, she described it as a race to be the first to gain glory in battle. Oh wow, okay. I suppose I should have expected no less from the wife of the Gunsmoke Prince. Then, as your arch enemy, I will have to wage a war I'm not ashamed of, even if that means taking away the father of a child that's about to be born. Arch enemy? You must be joking, Shijaku. Seeing as you interfered with my wedding and my grandfather's funeral, I think your head would make a great toy for my newborn child. My prince, a report from Burei. It seems we reached our conclusions already. The winner is neither you or me, but rather your wife, eh? Okay, his face, you can see his reaction, right? He's not amused by what he said. What is it, Inshu? Okay, this is Altana. Alright. You can see he's a little mess. The Altana Gate in my country went out of control. It is thought to have been done artificially rather than naturally. The royal capital has been devastated. As for survivors, this is the first time I return home from battlefield empty-handed, but there's no one here to rebuild me. Shijaku, why did you stay quiet about and allowed me to escape? Why didn't you use this opening to attack my country? I believe I told you, as your arch enemy, I had to wage a war I wasn't ashamed of. And the enemy was not a neighboring country. We know they were somewhere else. Gunsmoke, friends, now that you lost your kingdom, should I still call you that? Enso, you returned having achieved something quite glorious. You gained a comrade with which to stand and face rational rules known as Tendoshu. Okay, this is where the hate for the Tendoshu started. Even though I lost my country, maybe my place is still on the battlefield. Then from this battlefield, from this gunsmoke, what say I grasped with my own hand? Our freedom. We, the Altana Liberation Army, will release this universe from hands of Tendoshu. Okay, this is where we're getting the title. We're actually quite into this chapter. Okay, lesson 602. Delinquent kids have long hair going down the back of their neck. Sorachi Hideki. The revenge begins. Alright, you can see. What? Earthlings? A unit with unknown affiliation have attacked an Earth garrison. They are currently engaged in combat. But 2 warships have already been sunk and the number of casualties is... Have you lost your mind? Okay, so again, this is Naraku. You can see it with their black black arm protector, I should say. Let's see. Did you come here to die? Or did you honestly think you could win after picking a fight with the Liberation Army? That's exactly right. Dude, Utsuro is right behind. Damn, we came to die. Yeah, he came to die. He's not lying. Okay, along with you and this planet. This is a serious situation. The one who is suggested to silently observe the rebellion going on Earth and withdraw our troops was you, Admiral Shijaku. If we would exterminate the insurgents straight away and gotten them under our control, this situation could have been avoided. It is because you needlessly took pity on those monkeys by trying to settle things peacefully that this was allowed to happen. It seems I end up making a quite an unreasonable sounding request of you. But please understand, we Earthlings do not wish for meaningless conflict. If you stop your soldiers, we in turn will absolutely not take action against you. And we will bring the heads of the Tendoshu to you without fail. If you cannot fulfill our promise, I am prepared to give you my head as a preparation. As a reparation? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say preparation, but it says reparation. Anyway, not important. The resolve to risk your own life to protect the country. So is that a bold cut? Truly is. But is there really any hope that you will succeed? Your freedom is something you just got to take back on your own. And our battle starts here. Now that the Tendoshu's rule has weakened, the enormous power known as Altana is being used freely all over the universe. In other words, now each of us has gained the freedom to easily destroy an entire planet if we just felt like it. If we are crushed by the freedom, then all that waits us in the future is destruction. Because of that, dignitaries of the Liberation Army, both you and us, must fight with freedom and ourselves. When they said that, their eyes were not those of puppets. They said they would honor their promise with their lives. This situation is not something they caused. This is a trap set by someone who wishes to use strifts between us to expand the war. Dude, okay, this is why they call him Admiral. He have the experience. He understands the situation pretty quick, very sharp. Okay, between us to expand the war. The one caught in the trap is you. You fell for the earthling smooth talk hook line, and that is not so. This is state affair, isn't a trap. The trap, only trap. What this man is saying is that this war that the entire universe has been roped into may be a trap constructed by the Tendoshu. So he is saying that if you are going to blame someone, blame me for starting this war. Prince Enzo. Okay, let's see. I did not go that far. Honestly, the Gunsmoke Prince is very simple man when it's come to word and appearance. Shijaku, you used to be a part of royal family as well. Yet now you are a savage warmonger, aren't you? Don't group me in with you. I threw away my hometown and my status and dedicated my body and soul to the battlefield. I felt great moral justification for this war to regain our freedom, and so I stood up with all of you. However, as those earthlings said, the end result of freedom without responsibility is only destruction. And so, what waits us at the end of this war may be destruction. And because of that, our responsibility may be to stop the war. Okay, so Sujaku is speaking fair and square. But Enzo, are you insane? Stop the war, Admiral. You. Is the situation that extreme? Shijaku, if the reason the Tendo should destroy planets after the planet was to start this war, then are you saying that they are trying to elevate the war, drew us into further conflict? Dude, just look at this mess, okay? Look at the amount of bullet that has been fired, and you see him with one katana and cause the universe to destroy itself. Fire! Okay, that does not matter. And look, you can see there's like a shocked. It's like fire, and then there's like a hand coming in. Come here. Okay, ask them for the details. Inshu, I've set up a private conference room for you to meet them. They will be here soon. Without their cooperation, the situation is already beyond control. I see. Shijaku, to be honest with you, there is someone I want you to meet with privately as well. Me? Who might be that? Shijaku, do you remember the day the Gunsmoke Prince first fled a battlefield? On that day, I made a vow that I would defeat them, the Tendoshu that had taken everything away from me. And that this time I would bring back those heads to my wife and child. The people assembled here are the same way. They had their countries and their families taken by the Tendoshu. That doesn't mean they come to the earth and destroy the earth. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, if they experience what they are doing, why would they do that? Do you get where I'm going with this? Anyway, and started this war-woving revenge. If this war suddenly ends here, what do you think will happen to their hatred? Where do you think our sadness will go? Inshu, what are you? 1 month ago, the Earth Search Unit found the wreckage of a ship. The result of investigation revealed that this ship belonged to a certain group of people. This war cannot be ended now. And that is because it's already... Oh! I'm not sure why I was surprised. Well, I forgotten, that's the reason, but... Yeah. Tendoshus, they were already dead. Well, they are not dead, they are alive, but they're immobilized. Okay, that is because it has already ended. Allow me to introduce to you my archenemy, the gentleman of the Tendoshu. This can't be. What in the world? Enshu, what is going on here? These are Tendoshu? then they are alive, surprisingly enough. Or perhaps it would be more apt to say they can't die. I don't know what happened, but these living pieces of meat were found inside the wreckage of the ship. And then who is that? No, then who is it that's attacking Garrison? I don't care who it is, whether they are Earthling or Tendoshu. If they are an enemy, we can take out our hatred on Inshu. Wow. Okay, so Shijaku got captured because they should build a gym and go and do some weights. That would take out some pressure and stress off. We need an enemy. We need a war. Otherwise, the enormous hatred and sadness will have no place to go. If it's ended already, it cannot end. Then we just need to not end. As long as these pieces of meats are still living here, as long as they do not appear in front of the Liberation Army, we have not lost our enemy. That is the Tendoshu. Okay, so they shot some people, and you can see they are getting back up because they also got Utsuro's blood. We can keep fighting. We can keep hating. Okay, that's like happening in parallel. The Gunsmoke Prince can continue to stand on the battlefield. Throw him in a jail cell and notify the soldier to extend miniature to the insurgents and subjugate the earth. Sadness run amok. Alright, that is the end of this chapter. A lot of details. We got to meet Ensho, his past, why he is having this revenge, and he also found the dead, immobilized Tendoshu. However, he can't pretty much do anything with it, so he's decided to do everything he can to keep everybody, not everybody. He tried to give a goal to the soldiers, which is kind of nice in his own way, but at the same time, it's just cruel. If they find out the Tendoshus are actually dead, I think they could actually go back and live a normal life. It's going to take some time, obviously, but then, when you start living your normal life, run after money. So when that started to happen, I think their life will, they wouldn't think about Tendoshu. They would, but not every day like right now. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the next chapter. Like I said, that was a bit surprised part when we got to see the Tendoshu for the first time. Not for the first time, for the second time. But yeah, it was surprising. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter, guys. Let me know your thoughts, your reaction in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoy the reaction. As always, if you did, do leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. Stay safe, people. Have a wonderful day or night, and see you guys with more videos.